Okay, good morning, traders. Today is December 12th, 2023. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. My SPY pivot this morning, 461.30. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. The Fab Five, that would be FNGU, SPY, QQQ, DIA, and IWM. They continue the daily uptrends, some making higher highs yesterday. U.S. dollar index continues to consolidate over the flat 200 SMA around the 104 level. Silver and gold remain in daily uptrends, but have given us nice buy setups near support and minor support. UNG reached an all-time low around 450 yesterday, while USO remains in a daily downtrend, consolidating in a bear flag around the $66 level. CPI scheduled to be released today at 8:30, so in 30 minutes, the markets could go haywire. And FOMC will make an announcement probably regarding CPI tomorrow at 2 p.m. with a little bit of commentary at 2:30 p.m. BYOB's dude, hold my beer. SPY trade hit the target in the overnight session. I'm looking for possible signs of reversal. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart, we'll look at the SPY. Price action yesterday. Excuse me. Price action yesterday, higher low, higher high. The target was 462.70, and looks like I can see it right now. We're up there in the pre-market. So they hit the target. Now they may go through, come back, and hold this channel line, the top side of this channel line, as support. We'll see what happens if they want to go through and hold this as support, or if they're going to head back to the other side of the channel, which looks like it's going to be about 451, maybe 452 by the time they get there. So there's SPY. So let's go take a look at the dude, hold my beer trade. All right, so let's take a peek at it. We'll go to the 10-minute chart. And yeah, this is it right here. This is what I wanted. So here was the igniting move up. All right, and then it comes back down and bounces. You can see the support right here. This price went up to it and then come back and then held right here, right on that level. So I'll put a line in so you can see it. All right, so price comes back, holds this as a base, and consolidates. Okay, price ignites out, up through this area right here. That would be support. It was resistance, now it holds as support. Price goes all the way up here into new yearly high area, right up there. So there's nothing to the left to make it a target. Price comes back down and like a red rubber school ball bounces up twice as high over the student's head. So I saw buyers step in. Let me take this off. Go to that and take that off. Got my arrows, small arrows. Yeah, okay, so I saw buyers step in here, buyers step in there, buyers step in there, and buyers step in there, and buyers step in there. So as price came back down like the red rubber school ball, I'm looking for the bounce to happen. And lo and behold, that's where we entered, right here and right here. All right, so price comes all the way up. And as you can see, it bounces up twice as high. So I take my boxes, and that's this tool right here, the box tool. And I measure off how high it went from the base, and then I stack another box equal size right on top of it, and you can see right there 462.77. Where are we? 462.71. That's close enough for government work right there. So there's the price action, and that's the trade. So the trade is done. They hit it in the overnight section. I don't know if they're going to continue with this up into this upper channel line. They may want to spike it. They might want to test it a few times before finally breaking down and giving us that possible Fibonacci pullback. So it's more of a wait and see what they want to do with it up here. Or is CPI data going to be so horrible that they are just going to pull the rug out and just let it free fall back down? We'll see what happens. That's the SPY. That's a 10-minute chart. So where is the pivot this morning is 461. I think I said 70 or 30. I'll have to look at it. 461.30. There it is. Okay, so 461.30, which is about right. Well, it's getting finicky here. It's in that area right there. You can see where price action went up, came back down, and then we based out on top of it. So below that, I'm a bear. Now let's go take a look at some other charts. Excuse me there. QQQ. All right. QQQ, look at that. New all-time highs for the year. Just for the year. Okay. Yesterday. Nice rally. Daily candle. Got a higher low, higher high. So that puts this in a daily uptrend right there. Here's the last high, making a higher high, makes it in a daily uptrend. And the candle, you can see, inking out new highs for this year. Up into challenging all-time highs. We have all this area up here for the all-time highs. So that is basically what they have to work with right there. So we'll see if the market wants to make new all-time highs. We have a higher low. So there'll be pressure on the bulls to make a higher high. Now they already did it here. Whether they're going to make a new all-time high over here, we'll have to back out and see what happens. But let's just do that right now just to see what happens. So they have a higher low here as possible. They could go ink out a brand new high this year or later next year. You know, it might not happen this year. It might happen after they do a Fibonacci pullback, then happen probably sometime in the first quarter next year. We'll see what happens. There's QQQ on the daily chart right there. Now we'll take a peek at, what do we want to look at? Let's look at FNGU. So here's FNGU putting in a higher low. Nice work there. And now trying to make that higher high. Yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high. Let's take a look at IWM. That's our Russell 2000. Russell 2000 making a higher low and higher highs, puts it in a daily uptrend. And price action consolidated. Excuse me. Interval flag right here. And you can see the price action couldn't quite make a new high yesterday. Couldn't make a higher high. Made an equal high but a higher low. So you can see the bodies of the candles. It's what I like to watch, is those bodies as they moving up. That's a good sign for the bulls. IWM. Just kind of sad they couldn't ink out a higher high up there sometime yesterday, but they might do it today. Looks like they are up there to challenge it again this morning. So there's IWM. Let's look at Diamond Dow. Now Diamond Dow is attacking the all-time highs up here. All right, let's see where that is. So you can see that's about how much more they've got to go for Diamond Dow. There's a daily chart of Diamond Dow. That's the all-time high right there. So we'll see what happens. Let's back out here. And you can see Diamond Dow definitely in an uptrend. But the problem is they didn't put in any foundation here. Okay. So this could come tumbling all the way back down and further. I don't really see that happening, but there's always that possibility should bad news strike. Now look at yesterday's candle. We got a higher low and a higher high. So Diamond Dow inking out brand new yearly highs right there yesterday with a higher low and a higher high. And working on the all-time highs over here. So things working out really well for Diamond Dow, SPY, QQQ. Making all-time new yearly highs. Very nice. IWM's not doing that. And that's a broader mix of the market. You know, that's the Russell 2000. There's 2,000 stocks there. So you got NASDAQ, which is about 100 stocks. And then you've got SPY, which is about 500, and Diamond Dow's about, I think it's 30, if I'm not sure. Sometimes it's 28, sometimes it's 35. They change their numbers, but usually it's 30. I thought it was the Dow Jones 30. Anyways, there you go. So there's Diamond Dow inking out new all-time highs for the year. Not all-time highs, new yearly highs. So there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at transports real quick. All right. So here's our transports. Again, not a whole lot of consolidation here. So definitely in an uptrend. Here's the last high, making higher highs. Yesterday's candle, higher low or equal low and equal high. So just kind of consolidating up here at the 252 level, 251 level. Right there, IYT, transports in a bull mode, in a bullish daily uptrend. Nice work on the transports. SMH did wonders yesterday. All right, so here's SMH inking out new all-time highs on SMH yesterday. Isn't that cool? So SMH, that's technology, and technology typically leads the way for the markets. So you see tech breaking out. This is new all-time highs for SMH. That's pretty cool. So we got a higher low. We're making higher highs, definitely in a daily uptrend. So nice work on SMH. Daily candle, higher low, higher high. All right, let's take a look at our financials. See what the financials are doing. All right, so financials, all right, trying to ink out new yearly highs, but they got squashed earlier this year with a regional bank crisis, and you can see they made some new lower lows there. So the yearly highs are right up here at 37.08, but let me just say they are trying to get up there. So XLF making higher highs. Here's the last high, and it's making higher highs. So XLF in a W pattern right here. Would expect a little bit more consolidation and then a breakout to the upside to challenge that. Maybe this is the consolidation that I'm looking for right up here over the 35.74 level. And I do see that they pulled back to, that would be minor support right there. So you can see that red candle comes down to the tops of those wicks right there. There's your bounce off of minor support. And then it inks out a new recent high right there. So XLF trying to tackle these yearly highs that we made earlier this year. So there's XLF. Let's take a look at USO. All right, so USO kind of consolidating at the $60, $65 level in a daily downtrend. So here's the only stinker is energy. Energy's been the stinker, okay? Because everything else is in a bull market. Everything else is bullish daily, in a bull trend daily, bullish uptrend daily, okay? But USO and UNG are not. So UNG, so energy. So with all of this bullish demand, wouldn't you think that there would be some demand on energy? And there just doesn't seem to be any. So what do we have? We either have an oversupply or we have a false reading or something, or the markets just got ahead of themselves. One or the other. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But notice energy is in a downtrend, which is not really fitting for anything because it just doesn't support the bull market that we're experiencing. So here's a lower high making lower lows, another lower high making lower lows. Now it's consolidating at the $65 level. So we'll see if they can turn this around. All right, so there's USO. Let's take a look at UNG. Now, UNG looks horrible. This is all-time new lows yesterday, 450, 453 level. All right, that's an all-time new lows for UNG. UNG in a daily downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. So UNG. So there's energy in daily downtrends. Not only are in daily downtrends, we got one of them hitting all-time new lows. That's just something stinks. That's all I'm saying. Something stinks. Something doesn't pass the smell test. That's the way I'm going to put it. All right? So, you ever go in the refrigerator and something doesn't pass the smell test? Yeah, well, this doesn't. This is the one. All right? So, let's take a look at silver and gold. So, here's silver. Silver in a daily uptrend, putting in higher lows and higher highs, pulling back to minor support area right here. That's these wicks that stick up. So here we got a nice buy setup in silver right here at the minor support area. So silver in a daily uptrend, even though this pullback is sharp and fierce, but it is a nice buy setup right on minor support. Silver looks like a steal right now, and it looks like it very well could rocket right back up to 23 within 2 or 3 days. We'll see what happens next week. All right, you know, if the dollar comes down a little bit more, silver just might rocket back up there. We'll see what happens. We'll have to take a look at the dollar in a few minutes here. Actually, let's go there now after we get gold. All right, here's gold. Gold in a daily uptrend. You got a higher low. See that? Nice higher low. Nice higher high. Pulling back to, see the wicks? Pulling back to minor support right there. So we'll see what happens. You got a wick. We got wicks here. We got wicks there. We got wicks there. And we got wicks here. So here's a pullback. This is giving us a nice buy setup on minor support right there. It's a nice... So we got higher lows, higher highs, yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low, but it's in a daily uptrend. So silver did the same thing, lower high and lower low. So now let's go take a look at the dollar. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Here's the dollar. Okay, here's the dollar coming, just still consolidating right here over the flat 200 at 103.65. Okay, see here's our flat 200 is the blue line. It's a daily chart and nice red bar down. So could see a little more juice in the market with this red candle coming down here. We'll see how far they wants to go. Now they've been down here before and buyers bought it up right there. All right, but you can see we got a red candle coming down here. We'll see if they can get past that tail this time, or if they're going to reverse on the 200 and go back up higher. So there's the US dollar. We'll see what happens there. Consolidating over the flat 200. On the economic calendar, what do we have today? CPI, 8:30 this morning. So there's inflation. They're going to measure inflation. They're going to measure it with housing. They're going to measure it without housing. They're going to measure it with energy. They're going to take energy out. Who knows what they're going to do, right? They're going to twist it in some way that they're going to look good. Hopefully. All right? So we'll see what happens with CPI this morning. And that's in about 12 minutes. All right? For tomorrow, we got PPI demand. All right? Or revised numbers, final demand. So I guess they're going to revise the numbers. That's at 8:30. 2 p.m. FOMC is going to make an announcement regarding CPI. And then there's a little presser commentary at 2:30. So we'll see what happens. So this will be the volatility. This will be the main event. These two right here. CPI and the FOMC statement is going to be the main event for this week. All right. After that, we'll find out what direction they want to send us into. And let's go take a look at earnings. And for earnings, what do we have? BHP is going to report. Seems like they never know what time they're going to report. So I'm not impressed there. Big one is Adobe tomorrow evening, 270 billion. All right. On the 14th, what do we got? Costco, 270 billion in the evening. So we got two in the evening. One Wednesday, one Thursday. Friday, what do we got Friday? Darden's only 19, not really a notable. Following week, no real notables there coming the following week. So that's it for the market wrap up this morning. All right, I'm looking for price action in the SPY to kind of waffle around this resistance area. This is diagonal resistance. Once we get over it, it will be diagonal support. Not everything is horizontal. All right, so this will act as diagonal resistance as we get up there. Okay, no telling how high they want to go first. There'll probably be an initial spike up through it and then come back, and we'll see if it can hold that area. So that's what I'm expecting this morning is probably a spike, but we'll see. CPI may just start sending them on their way back down towards the lower part of the channel. All right, so I'll take questions in the room. And I'll see all you other traders out there in YouTube and Rumble land. I want to make an announcement. My friend and mentor, Rick Sadler, is having a double your account class. And that's coming in soon. And let me just see where that is. That is scheduled for... Rick's class is coming Saturday, November 16th at 11 a.m. And I'm going to put the link in the description, and you can sign up for that class. And it's coming on 12/16 at 11 a.m. So this Saturday, if you guys are free and you want to learn how to double your accounts, Rick's going to have a class at 11 a.m. in the morning. I don't know how long it'll last. It'll probably be 3 or 4 hours. Rick, let me just say, Rick's the hardest working guy in the business. You're never going to outwork Rick. All right? And extremely knowledgeable. All right? So this is something you might want to put on your calendar. Sign up for the workshop. I'm going to have the link in the description. All right? I learned a lot of my trading from Rick. Okay, so if you want to see the source in action, this is the guy. All right, so just wanted to share that. The link is going to be in the description, and you can sign up for his workshop. It's a double your account. Who wouldn't want to double your account, right? I mean, who doesn't want to double their account next year? I mean, he's telling you right now, he's getting you in before next year starts, so you got no excuse if your account doesn't double. Right there. I mean, he's getting you, he's off to an early start, and that comes this Saturday at 11 a.m. Sign up for the workshop ahead of time. I don't know if it'll sell out. All right, so I don't know how many members he's going to be able to get, but he's going to teach you how to double your account. All right, so again, I'll see the rest of you at 4 p.m. All right, and I'll take questions in the room.